close what I'm hearing. USA Today Sports Nancy Armour was on hand for Roger Goodell's State of the NFL address at Super Bowl LIII and breaks down the vibe around Atlanta following the commissioner's comments. USA Today, for the first time since a controversial no-call late in the NFC Championship Game proved crucial in the New Orleans Saints falling short of the Super Bowl, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell publicly addressed the matter, acknowledging the league's error. But to all the fans in uproar asking for the league to consider expanding replay reviews to include judgment calls, Goodell indicated that widespread changes to the league's policies may not be coming. After all, we have worked very hard to bring technology in to try to make sure we can do whatever possible to address those issues, Goodell said Wednesday at his new Super Bowl LIII news conference in Atlanta. But technology is not going to solve all of these issues. The game is not officiated by robots. It's not going to be. But we have to continue to go down that path. Nancy Armour, Roger Goodell won't give NFL fans the honest answers they deserve. The play came on a 3rd and 10 with the teams tied 20-20 late in the fourth quarter of the game, when New Orleans quarterback Drew Brees threw a pass to receiver Tommy Lee. Rams cornerback nickel Robey-Coleman clearly initiated contact well before the arrival of the ball, but two officials in the area kept the flags in their pockets and didn't call a penalty for defensive pass interference or a helmet-to-helmet hit, for which the league later fined Robey-Coleman. According to multiple reports, that would have given the Saints a new set of downs and a chance to burn plenty of the 1:45 left in the game before a potential game-winning score. Instead, the Saints were forced to convert a field goal on the next play, but the lack of a penalty gave the Rams enough time to engineer a drive for a game-tying field goal that sent the contest into overtime. The Rams eventually won 26-23. We will look again at instant replay, Goodell said. There have been a variety of proposals over the last, frankly 15 to 20 years, of should replay be expanded. It does not cover judgment calls. This was a judgment call. The other complication is that it was a no call. And our coaches and clubs have been very resistant, and there has not been support to date about having a replay official or somebody in New York throw a flag when there is no flag on the play. They have not voted for that in the past. It doesn't mean that we won't. It's something that we're going to put to the competition committee to see if there's an answer to that, but the reality is that's been at least an opposition philosophically for many clubs. In the league's first public admission of error, Goodell said that NFL Vice President of Officiating Al Reveren told Saints coach Sean Payton in the moments after the game that the incident was a play we want to have called. Goodell added that he has spoken to Saints owner Gayle Benson as well. We understand the frustration of the fans, Goodell said. I've talked to Coach Payton, the team, the players. We understand the frustration that they feel right now, and we certainly want to address that. Whenever officiating is part of any kind of discussion post-game, it's never a good outcome for us. We know that. Our clubs know that. Our officials know that. But we also know our officials are human. We also know that they're officiating a game that moves very quickly, and they have to make snap decisions under difficult circumstances, and they're not going to get it right every time. Despite Goodell's comments, however, Saints receiver Michael Thomas, who has been one of the more outspoken critics of Goodell and the way the league handled the no call, made his objections clear on Twitter, saying, "He ain't talked to us. He ain't talked to us." Michael Thomas, at Can't Guard Mike, January 30, 2019. Goodell clarified that invoking Rule 17 Section 2, Article 3, which potentially could have given him the authority to overturn the outcome of the game, was absolutely not a consideration. Goodell said he would work with the competition committee regarding a potential expansion of replay to include helmet-to-helmet infractions. He added that he didn't think adding an official is an answer to all the issues, and particularly this issue, but that the consideration would be raised with the competition committee. Again, adding an 8th official is adding one more human, Goodell said. One more human that will make mistakes like all the rest of us. Some other noteworthy issues Goodell was asked about included the lack of minority hires during the coaching cycle and the location of where the Raiders will play in the 2019 season before they move to Las Vegas. On the Rooney Rule, we don't look at the success or failure of the Rooney Rule in one-year increments, Goodell said. We've had the Rooney Rule around for nearly 20 years. It has had an extraordinary impact on the NFL. Over 20 clubs have hired minority coaches in that period of time. It's given people an opportunity that they have not had in the past, and that's at the core of what we're looking for. What we want to do is figure out how we can create a deeper pool of coaches so that they have that opportunity when the coaching opportunities arise. On the Raiders, many of those issues are obviously issues that the Raiders are taking a lead on, Goodell said. They've been having a variety of discussions with officials, looking at their options, making sure that they evaluate that. It's unfortunate that litigation was filed before their final season in Oakland, but that's the reality. That was filed by the city. I'm hoping that they'll get a resolution soon. As far as timing, the key thing is our schedule. We need to make a schedule for the 2019 season, and the sooner the better for us. On whether San Diego is a viable option for the Raiders, I think the hope of Raiders owner Mark Davis is to continue to be in the Bay Area with the Raiders fans. Follow Lorenzo Reyes on Twitter at LorenzoGarayes.